Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6 and Saturday until 3.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today. Give me a call. Or looking forward to talking to you. 724-438-4593. So whether it's one of the topics I'm about to bring up, or if there's something else you'd rather talk about, we can do that as well. So, all right, Project Freedom started this morning. That is the United States military helping to usher ships through the Strait of Hormuz. So they've already, Iran tried to hassle some ships, and they lost. The military destroyed 6 small boats that Iran sent out to try and inhibit passage through the strait. So we can chat about that. Kind of as a side note, I mentioned last week how the UAE, United Arab Emirates, was going to be pulling out of OPEC so that they could, produce oil at their own pace and how much they wanted to increase and whatnot. Well, it appears a bunch of other OPEC members are going to start doing the same thing. About 6 additional members are going to increase production as well. So that's all good news. It's just a matter of getting it out there and delivered at this point, and I think Project Freedom is going to help with that immensely. You might have seen this on the news. You've seen videos in the past of jet airplanes approaching landing where they fly over a major highway and they just seem so close you can reach up and touch them, right? Well, that was actually the case yesterday. United Airlines Flight 169 arriving at Newark Liberty Airport in New Jersey, coming in from Venice, Italy. They cut things a little short, and as they crossed the highway, the tire, one of the tires of the plane, hit a truck on the interstate. No damage to the plane. It also hit a light pole. That's how low it was. There's really no damage to the airplane, but it did kind of wreck the truck. I don't know how much of a crash there was. The windshield was destroyed. The driver was taken to the hospital because of injuries sustained from the shattered glass in the cab of his truck. But, yeah, that's not something I would want to experience. Also, airlines. Spirit Airlines closed shop abruptly on Saturday, canceling all flights, leaving customers in the lurch. idling 17,000 employees. It was a combination, higher jet fuel pricing, and also the Trump administration is blaming the Biden administration for blocking a proposed merger back in 2023 between Spirit Airlines and JetBlue, both low-cost airlines that would have combined their buying power and increasing routes. That merger was stopped. So part of the blame is, well, both sides are spreading blame. Democrats are blaming Trump for rising prices, and the Trump administration blaming the Democrats for stopping and celebrating the merger between Spirit and JetBlue. So we can chat about that. You heard this on the news. The Supreme Court has put a stay on a Fifth Circuit Court ruling that was preventing the sale and distribution of a particular abortion drug. So temporary stay, that drug will continue to be available to women across the United States. Let's see here. So 2 Department of Justice investigations here. The first one, the Department of Justice is investigating up to 36 school districts in the state of Illinois with accusations that they don't allow parents the option to opt out their children from classes involving instruction involving sexual orientation and gender ideology, and also for gender transition, gender ideology and gender transition, and encouraging and facilitating without parent notice or consent. So in other words, if a child says, my name is no longer Jill, I want to be known as Jack, the school district is, according to the Trump administration and the Supreme Court, they're supposed to notify the parents. Well, the accusations are is these school districts are not notifying the parents. So that investigation has started. Also, the other one, the DOJ is investigating antitrust problems with major meat packers across the country that are inflating meat prices. DOJ says that the 4 largest beef processors are lumped together geographically, but also those 4 control 85% of the market, the meat processing market. And also with, I don't know, maybe keeping the herd, the U.S. herd down in numbers, therefore making meat a little more rare and raising prices. Figure says as of January 1st, there were 86.2 million head of cattle in this country, the lowest figure since the 1950s. Wow, on that. So let's see, what else do we have? And then Virginia Governor Abigail Spanberger is getting hit for, well, she says every idea, as long as it's reasonable and makes some amount of sense, should be discussed. So that's referring to proposals for taxing gym memberships and digital subscriptions. So in other words, you subscribe to Netflix, you'll get a special tax for doing that. Dog grooming. So if you want to take your dog to your neighborhood groomer to make your dog look, very handsome or pretty or nice and clean, well, you're going to get a special tax on that if this were to come to fruition. Other ideas that have already been proposed but has not passed legislation at this point was taxing storage facilities. So, you've got your prized possession of comic books that you want to keep stored someplace off-site from your house. That's going to get taxed. Counseling sessions will be taxed. Dry cleaning, proposal to tax your dry cleaning, and vehicle repair. So, and also website design. So, and the governor says, hey, these are only things that have been proposed. I haven't signed off on anything, but yet it's a Democrat-controlled state, both in the House and the Senate and the governor's mansion. And all of these additional taxes on you, if you lived in Virginia, that is, have been proposed. So unbelievable. So that's kind of on my list. Also want to chat about, I didn't know about this until I heard the news that TJ brought to you of a couple corrections officers at SCI Fayette being charged with allegedly supplying illegal drugs to inmates at SCI Fayette. It just, I don't know what to say. Really, how did these guys think they were going to get away with this? I don't know. So your thoughts on that? What can I say? Apparently, I'm sorry, as I'm looking at this, look, was it 3? Yeah, 3 former corrections officers. So one is currently in jail in Allegheny 2. The other 2 are out on $50,000 unsecured bail. So we can bring that all up for discussion this afternoon. Mixed bag this weekend. A little on the cool side again. It's starting to warm back up this afternoon. Called for some wet and cold baseball games at PNC Park this weekend. I actually attended yesterday's game, and you know what? It wasn't too bad. It was, well, first off, the Pirates won, and it was a great game. It was a pitching duel. 2 hours, 6 minutes was the length of that game yesterday. 1-0 victory for the Pirates. It was great when the sun was out. It felt wonderful. When it went behind a cloud, well, it did chill down a little bit. And it seemed like the little breeze picked up. But then the sun came out, and it felt great. So it was a great day at the ballpark yesterday. Of course, the Steeler fans, they're waiting with bated breath to find out what Aaron Rodgers is going to do. I don't care. I love the fact that the Steelers kind of stuck it to him, that you sign with either us or nobody at all. And he could still sign with somebody else, but they designated him to the point that if he does sign with somebody else, that other team owes the Steelers a draft pick. So I kind of find it hard to believe that another team is going to spend the money that Aaron Rodgers would want in addition to paying the Steelers a draft pick. So I think that kind of locks Aaron Rodgers into it's either the Steelers or he retires. So I kind of like that. And you know what? I hope he retires. Give the 2 young quarterbacks Mr. Howard or Mr. Olay a chance to win the starting job come July and August leading up to the 2026 NFL season. So your thoughts about all of that. So all righty, so that pretty much does it on my list. If you've got something you want to chat about, by all means, give me a buzz. I'd love to hear from you. The number is 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, and we'll start taking those calls right after this.
The United Federal Credit Union of Uniontown will be hosting a free community cookout on Thursday, May 7th from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the credit union located at 585 Morgantown Road. The cookout is totally free and open to the public with barbecue and prize drawings for new members and anyone who applies. And while you are there, be sure to ask about their youth savings accounts and their Good Grades Rewards program. Good food, good people, your community credit union. Thursday, May 7th in Uniontown.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States, located right here in Fayette County, is hiring. Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List, has a variety of opportunities for new team members, including openings in the Education Department, the Falling Water Cafe, the Membership Department, the Maintenance Department, the Museum Store, Security, and the Visitor Services Department. The team at Falling Water is growing, and now is your chance to be a part of history as a valued member of the team, sharing this remarkable creation with tens of thousands of visitors every year. With a mix of full-time and part-time positions and offering flexible scheduling, competitive compensation, and unique perk benefits, now is the time to visit www.fallingwater.org/careers. Check out these opportunities today and come be a part of history at Falling Water. Experiencing symptoms of COPD? Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale has been selected to conduct a clinical research study, and participants are needed. All study-related care will be provided at no cost, and no health insurance is required. Compensation up to $2,200 for qualified participants for time and travel. To learn more, call Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281. That's Frontier Clinical Research in Scottsdale at 724-220-5281.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more. Cause with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borge Jr.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, 724-438-4593. So the FBI has, made an arrest against a southwestern PA resident, Raymond Chandler III from Wilkinsburg. Was arrested for, threatening a U.S. congressman and also the president. Let me see here. He's been charged with influencing, impeding, or, retaliating against a federal official by threatening a family member and by threatening a federal official and influencing, impeding, or retaliating against a federal official by threat. So Mr. Chandler says he's running for Senate in 2028 against current Senator John Fetterman. But he has been calling, and it doesn't say what congressman, but has been calling a congressman and leaving voicemails with threats and encouraging this particular congressman or congresswoman, I don't know, from, taking a gun into the White House, into the Oval Office, and killing the president. So your thoughts about that, and I, just knowing the way the politics are going these days, he just might be appealing to a certain group, and he'll get the nomination over Fetterman come 2028. I certainly hope not. I keep praying for, calmer heads to prevail, so to speak. So your thoughts about all of that, huh? I come back to, these three gentlemen at SCI Fayette. Let me see. There is Bo Angelo, Charity Thompson. So I guess Charity would probably be a woman there, so I got to amend myself, 2 men and a woman. And Vidal Lewis for allegedly bringing in K2 and Suboxone into the prison and, selling it to the inmates. Okay, first of all, neither am I a corrections officer or a drug dealer. So I don't know the salary that they make. I would imagine it's fairly decent. It's, by all accounts, it is not an easy job. And because of the stress involved with it, life expectancy for corrections officers is decreased. I'm not a corrections officer, nor am I a drug dealer. I don't know the salary of a corrections officer, and I don't know how much money can be made by dealing K2 and Suboxone. I can't imagine that the money derived from dealing to inmates, that you pocket enough to make it worthwhile to take that chance of not getting caught. I wonder what goes through their minds. Oh, let me see here. I need an extra, $100 this week. So I'm going to risk my job and my benefits and my pension and health care and everything by selling some drugs. What goes through their mind? What goes through anyone's mind when they come up with this scenario? I don't know. It baffles me. It really does. I don't know. It's one thing if you're a drug dealer by trade. Okay? You know the risk there. You know the risk. But when you have steady employment with a steady paycheck and benefits, to risk that it eludes. It honestly eludes. So, your comments about that. You're always willing to listen to you on that. So, again, give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. I'm Russ Rhodes. I am your host today. It's Open Conversation. I am looking forward to hearing from you. All righty. Let's see what else here is going on. Of course, we know, sadly, that the Penguins lost. They're out of the playoffs. But I'll tell you what, it's heartbreaking. You play a heck of a game. You keep the other team scoreless. Unfortunately, you're not able to score yourself. You go into overtime, and, the Flyers just happened to get a goal, and that ended it all. And so that brings an end to the Penguins season. Of course, now they get to talk about, and the fans get to talk about off-season trades and who they're going to sign. I guess Sid Crosby's his contract is up, and, is he going to sign an extension? Evgeny Malkin, he's without a contract. Will he be back? So Penguin fans get to chat about all of that. Pirates, after losing the series to the Cardinals, they bounced back in 5 straight losses, by the way. They bounced back, win 3 in a row, take the series against the Reds. They're off today, but they're back in action tomorrow, where they travel to Arizona to take on to challenge the Diamondbacks. You'll be able to catch that game here on WMBS starting at 9:15 tomorrow with pregame and first pitch. Well, a little bit later, 9:40. So that's your Pirates schedule tomorrow. Okay. What else can we chat about? It is a beautiful day out there. Would like it to be a little warmer, especially now that we're into the, into May. Boy, this year's gone fast already, hasn't it? 4 months behind us, and we're into the 5th month already. As we, head towards Memorial Weekend in another 25 days, 26 days, whatever, before that weekend hits and the traditional opening of your pool. So are you getting ready for that? Are you acquiring the chemicals you need to bring your pool water up to snuff? So I'm looking forward to that day. So I'm just waiting for it to warm up a little bit and everything dry out so I can get out there and cut my grass. It's getting a little shaggy. So maybe today that'll take place. So, all right. So there you go. 724-438-4593. Spirit Airlines, locally that affects the Arnold Palmer Airport up in Westmoreland County, up in Latrobe. So I don't know anybody that's employed by Spirit Airlines up in Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. I don't know if you do. I don't know where they go from there. I don't know. Does JetBlue now come in to Arnold Palmer Airport and kind of pick up that slack? I'm sure that's something JetBlue is looking at. I've never had the opportunity or the need to fly out of Ligonier, but that is a nice option if you're or were flying down to Florida or South Carolina. And I know they had put on some other locations recently. So that was a nice option. Easier in and out of the airport, smaller security lines to go through than having to drive out to Greater Pitt. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens on all of that out there. I'm sure, the management of the Arnold Palmer Regional Airport, they're kind of scrambling now to see what they can do to fill that void up there. So we'll just have to wait and see. But your thoughts on all of that? Did you use Spirit Airlines a lot? Was that something that you found useful going down to Florida, Disney World area, Myrtle Beach for golfing? Now a lot of golfers in the area, they make a vacation down to Myrtle to get a head start on their golfing season. So how is that going to affect you in that regard? So 724-438-4593. So the war, we'll continue with talking about the war here. Couple ships have already passed through the strait. They were USA flagged ships, by the way. So, and it's not just oil that travels through the Strait of Hormuz. There are food stuff. There's fertilizer. There's liquid natural gas that comes through there that helps power other nations and cooking ovens and whatnot, fertilizer for farmers around the world. So, and I know there has been some concern that because of what's happening in the Middle East, that food production might be down this growing season because of a shortage of fertilizer going on. So this new strategy, Project Freedom, which of course Iran is saying breaks the ceasefire rules by doing this, and that they are the ones that control the Hormuz Strait. By the way, the international community, international maritime community recognizes that no one owns the Strait of Hormuz, and that it is international waters that anybody can transit. So, according to the international maritime community, Iran doesn't have a leg to stand on in their argument, but of course they're threatening, but nothing to threaten with. The Trump administration is arguing that the ongoing embargo of and blockade of Iranian ports and ships that are trying to trade with Iran, they're being stopped. They're not being allowed to transit. That every second goes by further degrades the Iranian economy. And the administration is saying, it's getting to the point that Iran can't pay their soldiers. So, if that's the case, how long until the soldiers start rebelling because they're not getting paid? They need to feed their families. They need this and that, and if they're not getting paid by the government, how long is it going to be before they say, "Yeah, well, guess what? I'm not working in the Army anymore." So, in theory, this is a great plan that the Trump administration is working on. Let's strangle the country economically, force them to come to the table so that they'll negotiate. So we'll have to wait, but theoretically, great plan. If they don't have the money to pay for whatever, and the population and the Army and other government workers and whatever, they start to rebel, that could be the end. Again, I think it's going to take a little bit more patience for that to happen. Like you know, I'm a little tired of paying $4 or more, $4.35, $4.40 for a gallon of gas. It hurts the pocketbook. It really does. I understand completely. But I think the Trump administration has to see this through. They had until the Trump administration gets the terms for a peace that it wants. And the Trump administration is saying, look, they don't necessarily have to, there doesn't necessarily have to be regime change. I personally think it'd be nice. I personally would like to see that, but the Trump administration is saying, hey, we're not necessarily looking at regime change here. What we're really looking at is a nuclear-free Iran. And if they can get that, this will all cease very quickly. And I think also ultimately, you know, freedom of the seas, freedom to transmit the Strait of Hormuz without fear of some kind of intimidation, without fear of capture by Iranian forces. So, but I think a little bit more patience is going to be needed before we really start seeing any kind of change. Hey, got to take a quick little break, though. When we come back, both lines are still open, so give me a buzz. I want to hear from you. 724-438-4593.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals, locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090, or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
So what's the difference between the sheds I see in the parking lot of the big box stores and a professionally built and installed JDM structure shed from Ultimate Structures? Good question. First, the manufacturer, JDM Structures, is one of the premier shed builders in business for 34 years. They use composite materials for the exterior with baked-on paint. This ensures you'll have an extended lifespan for your shed. And listen to this. 75% of Ultimate Structures orders are personally designed to satisfy the customer's needs. That's right. And the turnaround time for a custom designed shed is no longer than just buying a stock shed. Compare the roof designs, the superior piano door hinges, the quality of the wall panels, and personal customer service. You'll see. Come to the Mega Lot on Route 51 South, just outside Perryopolis. You need a shed? We can help. We design what you desire. Ultimate Structures.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks? When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
We have your gifts to celebrate love, birthdays, anniversaries, special occasions, or all the above. Things that go bling, earring pendants and rings, all types of handbags, crossbodies, concealed carry, and slings. Western Southwest, boots, hats, and more. Silver Zapata jewelry, fun fashion turquoise. It's a staple in our store. Strap, 34 South Street in downtown Uniontown, located in the rear of the State Farm Building, 724-557-6184. We value your shopping experience here with us at Strap, so come on in, sit a spell, enjoy a refreshment, and a bag of peanuts. Strap, 724-557-6184. We're open Tuesday to Friday, 11 to 5, and Saturdays, 10 to 3. Convenient street parking right in front of our shop. You're sure to adore us, and you'll love our prices. Shop small, shop Strap.
Are delinquent credit cards, medical bills, and personal loans stressing you out? Are you unable to catch up? Are the debt collection calls just too much? If yes, then call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Zebley Law provides free in-person consultations. Then, using our decades of experience, we recommend a plan for relief. Before hiring a debt relief company or an out-of-town bankruptcy firm, call the local law firm serving Fayette, Washington, and Greene counties since 2001. Call Zebley Law at 724-439-9200. Looking to tackle your next excavation project? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We're your local source for excavation essentials. From culverts and drainage pipes to the materials you need, we've got you covered. Whether managing water flow, improving drainage, or preparing a site, our knowledgeable team can help you. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the spring. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to build it right from the ground up.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is open conversation today, and we've got a little over 4 minutes to go in hour number one. So plenty of time for you to give me a phone call on at 724-438-4593. Okay, what else do you want to chat about? Let me see here. You know what? Just kind of reaching back a little bit. A couple weeks ago, I asked for suggestions as to what the initials in TJ's name stands for. You know, TJ. He assures me it's not Thomas Jefferson. That doesn't mean it's not Thomas Johnson. Or maybe Teddy Jackson. I don't know. So what are your thoughts there? What do you think TJ stands for in TJ's their first name? And maybe nothing. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just whatever you want it to be. I got a feeling it does stand for something. And maybe the J is for Junior. Maybe he's named after his dad. You know, Tom Jr. Maybe that's what it stands for. And of course, I don't know that Tom is his dad's name, but, you know, whatever the T might be. So what do you think it is? So there's that. All righty. Here's a question. Since COVID, has your movie viewing habits changed? And I guess what I mean by that, here in Uniontown, theater at the mall has closed. It's been a couple years. Up in Connellsville, there was a theater there. It's closed. Right now here for us, you got to go to Morgantown or up to Greensburg to go see a movie in a theater. The Devil Wore Prada movie came out, I don't know how many years ago. Meryl Streep, Anne Hathaway, and others in it. Well, the sequel finally came out. And has opened up in theaters, but I believe it has very quickly gone to streaming devices where you can pay to watch it from the comfort of your living room or den, bed, whatever, in the comfort of your own home. So, and that's all great. And I don't care how big your TV is. I think are some of the TVs as big as like 110 inch now. I think, certainly 80 some inches. I don't care how big it is. It's not going to be as big as the screen in a theater. The sound system may or may not be as good. You may have surround sound in your home theater, which would be great. but you may just rely on the speaker of your TV, which changes things a little bit. So has it changed to the point that knowing that it's going to be, a new release is very quickly going to leave the theater or be also available by streaming? Are you going to wait till streaming, or would you rather see it in a theater still? So I'm curious. We've never been big ones to go to theaters anyway. We used to go maybe a couple times a year. It wasn't a constant thing. So I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on that? And I guess we can move that to hour 2 because we're just about out of time here. CBS News is just around the corner, news from around the world, around the country. And then as TJ, we still don't know what TJ stands for, but TJ will be with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown at the Tone. It's 2 o'clock.
You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3000.
News on the hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Central Command says that U.S. military helicopters have sunk 6 Iranian small boats.
It looks to me as though the Battle of Hormuz has begun. This is something that we've been contemplating as a possibility really since the start of this war.
CBS News national security contributor Aaron McClain also says
the president has tried through negotiations and threats to get the Iranians essentially to open it. Last night, he announced that this Project Freedom was going to be an American effort to begin opening it, and the Iranians have retaliated.
The United Arab Emirates says Iran launched its first missile and drone attack on the UAE and fired 2 drones at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz since a ceasefire with the U.S. took effect on April 8th.
I'm Stacey Lynn at the White House. In a phone interview with Fox, the president issued a warning to Iran, saying if U.S. ships are targeted in the Strait of Hormuz during what he calls Project Freedom, they would, quote, be blown off the face of the earth. He called the naval blockade the greatest military maneuver in history, noting American bases are prepared for potential strikes if needed. As for negotiations on a peace deal to fully end the war, he said Iran appears to be more flexible.
The Supreme Court has restored broad access to the abortion pill mifepristone. Justice Samuel Alito has temporarily halted an appellate court order that blocked an FDA rule allowing mifepristone to be prescribed online and dispensed through the mail. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson.
The case was actually brought as a challenge to a change to the FDA regulations. Think all the way back to COVID era, where the FDA temporarily changed how you could obtain mifepristone.
A weaker U.S. dollar is starting to show up in everyday costs for Americans. CBS's Jim Crisula with more.
A weaker dollar means Americans get less when traveling abroad and may pay more for imported goods like food, fuel, vehicles, and electronics. Economists say the effect on prices can increase when included with other factors like inflation, tariffs, and the spike in fuel prices because of President Donald Trump's Iran war.
A United jet, while trying to land at New Jersey's Newark Liberty Airport yesterday, struck a delivery truck on the turnpike near the airport. Former National Transportation Safety Board Chair Robert Sumwalt.
They wanted to make sure they were putting it on the runway at the right point, but unfortunately it appears that they got too low too soon.
The driver is expected to be okay. The FAA and United say the plane landed safely and they are investigating. Britney Spears has avoided jail time in a California case, driving under the influence case, that is, by pleading guilty to a lesser charge through her lawyer. Stocks are down on Wall Street. This is CBS News.
Join Adriana Diaz and Kelly O'Grady for the perfect start to your weekend. Ease into your Saturday with CBS Saturday Morning on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Carpal tunnel syndrome.
Nurse practitioners Tara Bose. You can go to Big Box Medical Office.
Now serving number 3943.
Or
Hi, come on in. How are you?
for personal, professional health care you can trust, see Dr. Paul Hardley and nurse practitioners Tara Bozak, Jessica Reckhart, and Stacy Morris, proudly serving our community for over 30 years. Need care today? Walk-ins are always welcome. For your primary care, call Dr. Paul Hartley at 724-437-1109 or visit ppcp.org. Or
serving number 3944.
In a world of big corporations and interpersonal experiences, there's something truly special about family-owned businesses. For over 70 years, the Mike Kelly Automotive family has been serving the community with integrity, honesty, and a commitment to putting families first. and we're not stopping anytime soon. Our commitment to excellent sales and service remains stronger than ever. Visit us today and experience the Mike Kelly Automotive difference. Because when you buy from us, you buy from family.
Virus on board a cruise ship in the Atlantic. Another 3 people are showing symptoms, with 1 patient now in intensive care in a South African hospital. Hantavirus is a severe respiratory illness spread by the urine, feces, or saliva of infected rodents. It's the same disease that caused the death of actor Gene Hackman's wife, Betsy Arakawa, last year. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
The National Weather Service has issued a blowing dust advisory for parts of the Chicago area and northwest Indiana today. Visibility could be as low as a quarter of a mile, creating hazardous driving conditions. After the advisory ends this evening, there's a chance for storms to develop, which has prompted the Chicago Cubs game to be moved up about a half hour. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Now the local, district, and statewide news. Being brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Keeping you warm and cozy in winter and cool and comfortable in summer with a quality Bryant gas furnace or air conditioning system. And now the news.
Good afternoon. It's 2:05. It is mostly sunny and 71 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law studios. Injured call today for your free consultation, 724-437-2799. Your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS. I'm TJ DeStefano. Sports and weather will follow the news. Today is the last day to register to vote in the May 19th primary in Pennsylvania. The last day to request a mail-in or absentee ballot is May the 12th. Go to pavoterservices.pa.gov or call 1-877-VOTES-PA to register and for more information. A Fayette County man was arrested on Saturday and is facing multiple charges after state police conducted an undercover operation stemming from allegations that he sexually abused a 13-year-old girl. State police received a report on April 27th that a 13-year-old child had been the victim of numerous sexual crimes by an individual she referred to as Uncle Sam. He was later identified as 53-year-old Samuel Newman, the child's cousin. With the cooperation of the family, police monitored a video conversation between Newman and the child on Friday, where he had planned to pick up the child at her home and take her to a local park. When Newman arrived Saturday morning, the child was not there, and police arrested him without incident. Gas prices are 49 cents higher in western Pennsylvania this week at $4.65 a gallon. That's according to AAA. In Uniontown, it's $4.67. Washington's $4.68. Greensburg is $4.70, and Pittsburgh $4.69. After ticking down for nearly 2 weeks, gas prices are going back up again, with the national average seeing a 34-cent hike in 1 week. The national average is $1.29 higher than it was this time last year, as oil prices surge above $100 a barrel, with no indication of when the Strait of Hormuz will reopen. Gas prices are the highest they've been in 4 years, since late July of 2022. You deserve a break today, even when getting a soda at McDonald's. Rory O'Neill will tell us why.
McDonald's will phase out its self-serve soda fountains at restaurants across the country. The move aims to reduce labor and maintenance costs while adapting to new consumer trends. They will prioritize takeout and delivery over eating in at the restaurant. The Golden Arches plans to completely eliminate the soda fountains by 2032. I'm Rory O'Neill.
WMBS time is 2:08. Sports and weather are next.
439-2323. For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning, your service company.
When it's sweltering outside, you'll be cool inside with central air conditioning from Bryant, the people that know cool.
And it's easy to have a central air conditioning system installed in your home. Simply call on your Bryant dealer, Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, located near the Laurel Mall on Route 119, north of Uniontown. The phone number is 439-2323. Let Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning rescue you from the sticky, humid summer weather. Remember that number for Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, 439-2323.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
In sports, off day for the Pirates today. They'll start a 6-game road trip tomorrow night as they'll visit the Arizona Diamondbacks. Bubba Chandler will get the ball tomorrow for the Bucks, who are 19-16 and have won 3 in a row. Pre-game 9:15. First pitch is 9:40 tomorrow night on WMBS. Also tomorrow, it'll be a C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Day, high school baseball, as Ringgold will visit Laurel Highlands. That'll be on the radio as well as on YouTube. The Sprouse Insurance Group pregame will be at 3:40 with the first pitch at 4 tomorrow.
The local, district, and statewide news has been brought to you by Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer. Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall. Phone 439-2323.
The Weather Watch is being brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Call Nate at 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Get a free quote now.
Mostly sunny the rest of the afternoon, 72 for the high. Partly cloudy and 60 tonight, and mostly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 76. Right now, it is mostly sunny and 71 outside of our Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law Studios at 2:10 on this Monday. I'm TJ DeStefano. Up next, it's hour 2 of What's on Your Mind with Russ Rhodes here on WMBS.
The Weather Watch has been brought to you by State Farm agent Nathan Ferguson. Nate is there for you. Call 724-438-7611 for life, home, car insurance, and more.
Gone to Paradise, the premier Jimmy Buffett tribute band, comes to the State Theater Center for the Arts Saturday, May 9th at 7 p.m. From coast to coast, Gone to Paradise is the go-to tribute band for parrot heads everywhere, as this high-energy and dedicated group of talented musicians captures and celebrates the music of Jimmy Buffett. Gone to Paradise, Saturday, May 9th, 7 p.m. Get tickets online at statetheater.info or call the box office at 724-439-1360.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
AR Roofing, never settle.
This Mother's Day, forget the candy and flowers. Win Mom a trip to Napa Valley at Live Casino. Earn entries every day starting May 1st and join our drawings on May 10th. You could win Mom-approved gifts like luxury perfumes, spa gift cards, wine subscriptions, and the grand prize, a trip to Napa Valley. Make this Mother's Day a winner at Live Casino, Route 30 at Westmoreland Mall. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at garysautosales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
That sneeze was in a different zip code, and I still felt the germs.
Relax, Randy. I went to Montgomery Medical. I'm fully shielded.
Like a flu shot?
Flu, COVID, the works. If you haven't caught up on your shots yet, they'll get you sorted in minutes. It's basically a suit of armor, but with less clanking. Then do the double shot. After Montgomery Medical, head over to Renew You Medispa. I got their immunity IV drip.
A Medispa?
You relax, you hydrate, and you give your immune system a VIP upgrade.
Montgomery Medical, a family tradition of family medicine.
Take the backbone.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? Fact, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. Fact, your community, your connection.
Having Hicks & Baugh's drugstore in Uniontown means reliable, quality, and friendly service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller are ready to answer your health questions and handle all your prescriptions. They offer free delivery, mail-out service, and accept all utility payments, all part of their good neighbor way of doing business. Visit Hicks & Baugh's at 304 Morgantown Street in Uniontown or call 724-437-2828. Open Monday to Friday, 9 to 6, and Saturday until 3.
Your local station, WMVS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. Well, we're going to try and continue with open conversation today. I say that because we had no calls in the first hour. Want to obviously change that this hour and start getting some nice phone calls in. And you can join in by calling 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so no waiting at this point. Give me a call. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. Alrighty, just to kind of go back over my talking points. And again, they're mine. If there's something else you want to chat about, well, that's okay, but you're still going to have to give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. Project Freedom is underway in the Strait of Hormuz. So U.S. military basically escorting and protecting ships from countries that had no hand in the conflict that's going on right now, helping them navigate the straits. That's already come into play. A couple ships have already transited the strait. The U.S. Navy has destroyed 6 Iranian small boats that were on their way to harass said ships. So it is working in that regards. The Trump administration is planning to continue with the blockade of Iran in the hopes that economically strangling the country. United Airlines Flight 169 landed a little early when it hit the roof of a passing truck on an interstate highway, causing the truck to crash. The driver was injured, not seriously, but still taken to the hospital. So Department of Transportation is investigating. Department of Justice is opening up an investigation into 36 school districts in the state of Illinois for allegedly not allowing parents to opt their children out of classes that have instruction involving sexual orientation and gender ideology, or informing parents about gender transition from their children, students. Spirit Airlines closed up shop Saturday, idling 17,000 employees, canceling all flights, leaving thousands of customers stranded. Of course, Spirit Airline works out of the Latrobe Arnold Palmer Regional Airport. I think they fly out of Greater Pitt as well, or they used to. The Supreme Court has issued a stay of a lower court's ruling, the Fifth Circuit, over the use of an abortion pill. The stay will allow women to continue getting an abortion pill without an in-person visit to their physician. Back to the Department of Justice. they're opening an antitrust investigation into 4 major meat packers that control 85% of the meat production in the United States, seeing if they've been colluding to raise prices and to keep the number of herd in the United States to a low figure not seen since the 1950s. And President Trump has announced a withdrawal of 5,000 soldiers from Germany and is threatening more withdrawals. A couple things out of that. It would force European NATO countries to have a greater hand in their defense by bolstering their troops. But as I mentioned, the president has threatened to have more withdrawals. He's got to be a little bit careful because law mandates that that troop population cannot dip below 76,000 troops in Europe. With this withdrawal, I don't know where that leaves the deployment numbers. So that's kind of it on mine, along with the 3 former Department of Corrections officers at SCI Fayette that have been charged with dealing drugs inside the prison. So we can add that to the equation as well. 724-438-4593. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, Russ.
Good, Mark.
We're talking about what Operation Freedom now. They're going to open up the strait with the U.S. Navy.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that sounds like a little bit of an escalation, kind of an in-your-face kind of thing to Iran, isn't it?
Well, of course, Iran they're complaining and saying it violates the ceasefire that's going on right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. They're the people that sent 12-year-olds across the battle lines to explode landmines. Oh yes, they're those people. What a joke.
Yeah. Well, of course, Iran claims that they own and control the Strait of Hormuz, when the international maritime community says, "Yeah, no, you don't. It's international waters."
Yeah. I guess they only get maybe 3 miles on each side or something. Every country or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, something like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I also heard about Trump's withdrawing 5,000 troops. But they mentioned a brigade. Remember we were talking about brigades?
Yeah, and I don't remember what those numbers are.
Yeah. But I kind of wonder where they're going, Russ. I mean, hey, I think you can see supporting Iran with a brigade of well-armed Americans.
Well, I mean, he could be just relocating them to other bases in Europe.
Yeah.
Or they could be coming home.
Russ, you got to think big now.
Well, I know.
You got to think big.
Well, that's what the 5,000 Marines are for that are already nearby on amphibious assault ships like the Tripoli.
Yeah, I mean, you grab one of their ports, that would scare the heck out of those Iranians. You say, hey, hey, where are you patriotic Iranians? Come on out here. We're going to give you guns, tanks. We're going to march up that highway and take the capital.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, I wonder, what is it? Karg Island is their big depot place, right?
Oh, that sounds like the jugular.
Yeah, so
I
wonder, I'm sure there are plans. If they're not already figured out what those plans are, they're in the works for possibly, taking over Kurg Island, which leads to this question: how much have the Iranians booby-trapped that island? So, because go back to World War II, Hitler had told his generals to burn Paris to the ground, which didn't happen. So has the Iranian leadership told those on the island, if U.S. lands, push the button, destroy it all. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you were also talking about those meat processing plants.
Yes.
Okay, but one is called Smithfield. Aren't they like the largest in America? Smithfield Meats, remember?
I don't know. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I think they're kind of, aren't they owned by China or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know.
I thought that China has kind of maybe had stock in the company or something.
It's very possible. I know Walmart has said they're going to open up their own dedicated meat processing plant. I don't know where that stands. I doubt that they're part of this antitrust merger, investigation. So that I don't know. I do know China does have a hand in some of the processing anyway, but I've always been under the impression that it went back to China for processing and then again back here. So we grow the meat, slaughter it, send it to China, they process it and send it back. So I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds pretty expensive.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, Russ. Well, hey, that's all I got for today, then.
All righty, Mark. Well, hey, I appreciate it, but I knew there was just a few major meat packing plants. I didn't realize, according to this information, that they controlled 85% of the market. So
I think that's like Smithfield is like the largest in America or something. That's what I heard.
Yeah.
The Chinese had a big hand in it.
Okay.
Some information I heard.
Well, let me see if I can maybe find something real quick.
Okay.
While I got you here. No, it helps if I hit the right buttons on my phone. The right apps. Smithfield. What do you think I ought to put in here? Smithfield meat processing ownership.
Sounds right.
And we'll see what that comes up with. Gives us any kind of clue. AI is thinking. Here we go. Parent company is WH Group, formerly known as Shuanghe International Holdings, Inc. So that certainly sounds Chinese to me.
Yeah.
Acquired Smithfield Foods in 2013 for $4.7 billion. While WH Group is based in China and is the world's largest pork company.
Okay, that's where I thought I heard that. I thought that China had a big hand in it.
Okay, so that's why I see Smithfield bacon at my local grocery store.
Yeah, it's not from Smithfield.
No, it's not from. I wish it was, right?
Yeah.
I wish it was, but no.
Hey, got everybody fooled around and go there. Oh, it's Smithfield.
Yeah.
Pick that up. It's local.
So, okay. Looks like subsidiaries are Nathan's Famous, Armour, Eckrich. Armour Meats, Eckrich Meats are part of Smithfield, it looks like.
Oh, my.
So, yeah. So
you mean Nathan's Hot Dogs, you mean?
Yeah. That's my guess.
That's an American hot dog from Coney Island. That's what you mean from
I know. It says if you're interested
in
more...
July 4th where they have the hot dog eating contest. The Chinese own the hot dog eating contest now.
I guess so. July 4th, Coney Island hot dog eating contest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's owned by the Chinese.
Yeah,
the Chinese own the hot dogs.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my.
That hurts. That hurts now,
It's kind of funny I brought that up.
Yeah, thanks for ruining my day, Mark. Oh well. Now I'm gonna have to. Now I got to go find an American-made hot dog someplace.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder
well,
what the hot dog I ate at the park yesterday, where that ballpark came from.
Hey, Hebrew National, I think it's American, but
I hope so.
It's kosher.
Yeah, I hope so. Nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So, alrighty. Okay, Mark.
All right. Bye-bye.
Appreciate your call. Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, 724-438-4593. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz, will you? I want to talk with you. I want to hear what's on your mind. I want to chat with you, whatever it may be about. So 724-438-4593. You know what? We're close enough. I'm going to take a quick little break, my first break of hour 2. So that gives you time to dial up those 10 digits, and we'll chat some more right after this.
It's spring, and everything is growing, and Madewell Services is here to help. They offer full lawn care service, including spring cleanups, mulching, landscaping and planting, weekly grass cutting, power washing, and more. Madewell Services also provides professional cleaning services for your home or office, moving in or out service, party cleanups, weekly cleanings, and junk removal. Licensed and insured for peace of mind. Call Madewell Services today at 724-912-1805. That's 724-912-1805 for a free estimate.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Sleep well tonight. Try out a new mattress from Route 21 Furniture with a large selection of mattresses, all sizes and comfort levels, with great prices, free local delivery and setup, and financing options. Route 21 Furniture. Open weekdays 9 to 5, Saturday 10 to 5, Sunday noon to 4. 724-737-2222 or Route21Furniture.com.
Route 21 Furniture, take the road to your perfect home.
Derby's Riverside Ford is announcing Ford employee pricing for all. American value for American values. That's right, you pay what Ford employees pay, plus all available incentives and low financing. This is your time to purchase or lease a new Ford vehicle.
Now get a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT Crew Cab 4x4. MSRP is $63,000. Your employee price is just $55,000, plus 2.9 financing through Ford Motor Credit. How about a new 2025 Ford Bronco Sport? Employee price is just $34,000, plus 2.9 Ford Credit financing.
And my favorite, the all-new 2026 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive. MSRP is $45,000, but your employee price is just $41,000. Ford employee pricing for everyone. Now at Thurby's Riverside Ford, your presidential One Ford Elite dealer. Route 40, 1 mile past the casino at Nemacolin. See Sammy, Jimmy, Ashley, or Joey. Offer ends May 31st.
Looking for a great place to eat in Uniontown? Stop by Casey's Sports Cafe, located at 243 South Mount Vernon Avenue and proudly owned by the Vernon family. Casey's is open Monday and Friday from 7 to 3, Tuesday through Thursday 7 to 7, and Saturday and Sunday 7 to 2. Come check out their new items and delicious entrees. And remember, Casey's can cater your next event. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, Casey's is the place to eat. Call 724-550-4126.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has 2 convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges Jr.
WNBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, your host. It is Open Conversation. Both lines are open, so give me a buzz, 724-438-4593. What do you want whether you want to talk about one of my topics that I've brought up, if you want to talk about something else, that's fine by me. Sports, that's good. Stage musicals, that's good. Concerts, whatever you want to talk. NASCAR, that's fine by me. Fishing, okay, we'll talk about that as well. So, the sky's the limit when it comes to topics. So, okay, all right. Fishing, right? Fishing. There you go. I've done a little fishing, nothing really major. Done surf fishing, ocean fishing, lake fishing, river, stream fishing. So if you're a fisherman, what is your preferred venue for doing that, or just fishing? It doesn't matter at all. So give me a call on that. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello, Russ.
Yeah, Fred.
How you doing?
Okay, you.
Okay. Hey, am I right in saying that nobody owns a Strait of Vermouth?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
does anybody-
that's what the International Maritime Association. I'm not exactly sure of their actual name. Now, I think normally I think it's 12 miles territorial limit. In other words, you go to the beach. You go to
Yeah.
Delaware National Seashore. 12 miles out is considered U.S. territorial waters. Beyond that, it's international. And 12 miles is the typical is the recognized distance. But when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz, I think it's only like 20 miles across. I think it's relegated to 3 miles as territorial waters, and the rest is international.
Okay.
I think. Don't hold me to that, Fred, but I think that's that.
Right.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Does anybody own the Gulf of Mexico?
No.
No.
Well, I
Why-
take that back.
why
I
does
take that back. No, I think the Gulf of Mexico. Well, wait. I'm getting confused here. The Gulf of Mexico. No, I was thinking Baja Peninsula. There.
Well, then why did President Trump change the name to the Gulf of America?
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah.
Why?
No, that doesn't. That's not owned by anybody.
Well, he seems to think it is.
No, it's just a name. It's just
Yeah,
a
right.
name. Well,
Right.
so I mean, before President Trump changed it, it was the Gulf of Mexico. It was not owned by Mexico. It's not owned by the U.S. You still have the territorial waters that extend into the Gulf from our shores. You still have that, but beyond that, it's international waters. It's just a name.
Where did they come up with the Gulf of Mexico?
I don't know how that came about.
Yeah, me neither.
But to me, I mean, I understand the argument between Gulf of America because it's bordered by North America, Central America, and South America. So I can understand that argument there, Fred.
Right. And something else too. I'm a little confused about these pollsters.
Okay.
Have you ever been? Anybody ever call you and ask you about your opinion on something?
Yes, they have.
They have.
Yeah.
I see. I haven't. What I want to know is how do these pollsters get your number?
Who knows, really? If you belong to, the grocery store, I'll pick out Giant Eagle, for example. If you have a Giant Eagle Advantage card, that you scan and you get points every time probably when you first filled out the paperwork to get your card, you supplied your phone number. So Giant Eagle sells their information to other companies who then in turn, the pollsters will subscribe to that company's service, and they'll get phone numbers that way.
Yeah, that sounds like it's illegal.
When Congress wrote the rules, especially when it came to no-call lists, they exempted politics from that legislation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why you get calls from, the National Republican Campaign Committee, the National Democratic Campaign Committee, from, Senator Fetterman's office, from, Senator McCormick's, from Representative Rethenthaler. You get phone calls, robocalls from them.
That's funny. I've never got a call. I've never got a call about that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm an outcast.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Maybe the politicians too. Maybe some of them, they don't use that list. They're relying on information from the state parties. So if you've not had any kind of contact with the state party, if you've not donated to, if you've not subscribed to something, they may not have your phone number that way.
That's probably true because I've never donated to anybody.
Mm-hmm. So that could be another reason too, Fred.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all.
All righty, Fred. I appreciate your call. Bye-bye. Hey, both lines are now open. Give me a buzz. No waiting. 724-438-4593. Fred's beeping wasn't as, it was still there. I was hearing it. It just wasn't as loud today. So I was able to tolerate a little bit better. So I don't know what changed on his, and I wish he'd keep changing it because it is a distraction, isn't it? All right, 724-438-4593. Let's get another call. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hello there. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Hi there. My name's CJ.
Hey, CJ.
My question is this. I was just wondering, do you think that if they did polling in, say, mostly a Democratic area versus a Republican area, that they would get results that they want?
I think yes, they would.
I think a lot of times polling is done that way.
Well, you know what? If it's a legitimate poll, no, they're not going to do that. They're going to have information that if it doesn't specifically say that CJ is a registered fill in the blank.
Well, I have gotten enough calls for polling that they seem to know exactly who they're calling.
Mm-hmm. So, and it's very possible. So, if they've gotten hold of him, but information that you are registered as a Republican or a Democrat.
I think they can get anything they want, really.
Well, I'm not gonna disagree with you on that. But a legitimate pollster, okay. We'll just pick if they're taking a poll in Pennsylvania, who do you, and we'll say in the upcoming senatorial race in 2028. I don't know who the candidates are going to be. Certainly John Fetterman, I think, is going to run again, but does he get past the primary? So in Pennsylvania, they're going to, which is getting closer to a 50-50 split between Republican registered voters and Democrat. Democrats hold the lead by about 150,000 registrations in the state. I think that's about what it is. They're going to do their darndest to poll an equal amount of Republicans and Democrats, and they're going to throw independents in there as well.
That they claim, I hear a lot of people talking that the independents are the ones they have to watch because they're going to end up swinging the election.
Well, yeah. You're probably, when it comes to registered voters, and I'm making numbers up here, but I don't think I'm going to be too far off the mark when I give these numbers, CJ. You're going to have 90 to 95% of a registered voter vote whatever party they're
agree.
registered as.
I agree. I agree. People still vote party. They always have.
Yes, and again, you're going to have anywhere 5 to 10% that will vote across the aisle. You
Now,
know, they'll split their vote.
My next question is this: how many people do you think that go and vote that know anything about who they're voting for? Now,
I'd be
honest.
no, I am. I would be surprised if that number hits 50%.
See, me too.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yes.
That the American people are so uneducated about how important the elections are.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering that.
Yeah.
Just like I'm sure that before this is all said and done, over the troops being withdrawn and all the oil being stopped and all this, before it's all said and done, and even Spirit Airlines and everything else, it'll all be Trump's fault. Everything will be his fault.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
Yeah. So, you know, but you know, I've heard of some polling that he's not losing much. He's not losing as much support as you would think he is over current events.
People plant the seed. That's all they have to do.
Yeah.
Because people do not search out what they were saying. They just accept the seed.
Sure. Sure. Well, you know, because it's far easier to tell a lie than it is to tell the truth.
Right, and their nose doesn't light up like Pinocchio.
Right. You know, it's far easier to, you know, use 7 words in making up a lie than it is to say 25 words to describe why it's a lie.
But there's so much at stake.
Mm-hmm.
That's the scary part.
Yes, ma'am.
There is so much at stake. People fail to realize that we have had the best country in the world, and if they're not careful, they're going to lose it.
Yeah.
And that's very sad for the generations coming up. I'm too old. I'm old lady now.
You know, CJ, when President Trump lost re-election in 2020.
Did he?
Back in 2020,
No, but did he?
Well, I hear what you're saying, but you know, I really, I think that, I think God had a hand in that.
Oh, I agree.
I believe he said, you think it's bad under President Trump? Okay, we're going to give you President Biden. And I think the same thing is going on with the socialist mayors that have been elected in New York and out in Seattle. Okay, you want socialism, America? Okay, we're going to give you a taste of it. We're going to let you see how it really works. And I think that's, in the long run, Mondami and I can't remember the mayor out in Seattle. I can't remember her name right now. But I think in the long run, they're going to be the best advertisement for conservative politics and capitalism than any firm on Wall Street could devise.
Yes, I agree. But just as you said, people vote party.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
You know what? I would love to have a robust Democrat Party.
Oh, so would I. I would love to have the old Harry Truman style.
Absolutely. John Kennedy. I would love to have their parties back and have actual great debates between the two parties.
Right.
But when you throw socialism into the mix, you know,
people don't realize what it is.
Right. Exactly.
There's no free rides.
No.
You know, that's the sad part.
Mhm.
That's all. Well, thank you. I appreciate your talk.
Hey, CJ, I appreciate your call. You have a great one. Give me a call back sometime.
All right, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 724-438-4593. Give me a buzz. Both lines are open. So I mentioned as one of my talking points, the Department of Justice looking into 36 school districts in the state of Illinois for not giving parents a chance to opt their children out of certain educational classes, instructions. In this case, what they're talking about, instructions about sexual orientation and ideology, and not informing parents of their child acting the opposite sex from what they were born. As I mentioned, wanting to be called no longer Jack, but wanting to be called Jill, or no longer Jill, but wanting to be called Jack. And so, do you think that is right? That the DOJ, Department of Justice, is doing the right thing by investigating that, by saying, hey, the law states that you have to give parents notice. You have to make them part of the educational system here. Parents are the ones that raise their children. That's essentially what the courts have said. And you have to let them know. And it's alleged that these Illinois school districts are not doing that. So, do you agree with the law that you, as the parent, should be informed? And it's up to you at that point. You may be okay with your child wanting to go by a different name, go by, a different gender. That's up to you. At least you have the knowledge that this is taking place so that you have the opportunity to deal with it. What do you think about that? So we're going to take a quick phone call because I do have a break coming up here.
Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind.
Hi, Russ. Hi, it's Mark from Collinsville.
Yeah, Mark.
Hey, I was just thinking back to the year 1987. My wife's brother, Al, Special Jet Services, Allegheny County Airport, was testing another pilot on a one-engine takeoff. They rose 50 feet. They didn't get enough lift. They didn't get the other engine started enough time to, the flaps were in the right position. They went off the runway, crashed. They were still alive, maybe unconscious, caught on fire. They got smoke inhalation and both died. And they mixed up both bodies. They didn't know which one was in the right seat. And we went to the funeral home. And, of course, the casket was closed. They had the wrong body, and that's what we thought was Al.
Mm-hmm.
And here Al was cremated and was in an urn. When they noticed that the ring and watch that they gave my wife's brother's wife back was the wrong one. They got, oh my gosh, they got the bodies. That was a big deal.
Okay.
And it happened right after Mother's Day, and I just thought I'd mention that because she had been over Sunday to see, and I was there. It was like tragic.
Yeah, tragic. I'm sorry.
But you remember things like that when
Sure.
there's times of the year come up.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
Have a nice sunny day.
Okay, Mark. Thanks for your call.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, what's on your mind? This past hour has been brought to you by Gary's Auto Sales, Hicks and Baugh's Drugstore, Coldwell Banker at Laurel Ridge Realty, K2 Engineering, Madewell Services, full lawn care and cleaning services, Bright Stripe, seal coating and line striping, AR Roofing and Remodeling, and these fine folks.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States, located right here in Fayette County, is hiring. Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's included on the UNESCO World Heritage List, has a variety of opportunities for new team members, including openings in the Education Department, the Falling Water Cafe, the Membership Department, the Maintenance Department, the Museum Store, Security, and the Visitor Services Department. The team at Falling Water is growing, and now is your chance to be a part of history as a valued member of the team, sharing this remarkable creation with tens of thousands of visitors every year. With a mix of full-time and part-time positions and offering flexible scheduling, competitive compensation, and unique perk benefits, now is the time to visit www.fallingwater.org/careers. Check out these opportunities today and come be a part of history at Falling Water. Looking to tackle your next excavation project? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We're your local source for excavation essentials. From culverts and drainage pipes to the materials you need, we've got you covered. Whether managing water flow, improving drainage, or preparing a site, our knowledgeable team can help you. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the spring. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to build it right from the ground up.
Uniontown Liquidation Outlet wants to thank you for borrowing our special pay at 2025. Come shop with us for the lowest prices around. We have toys, home goods, tools, electronics, and much more. We offer layaway, so stop in today and ask us how it works. We are located inside the Uniontown Mall.
The Uniontown Liquidation Outlet. Visit us on Facebook, Uniontown Liquidation Outlet.
Hope to see you soon.
Spring is here and the weather is turning warmer. Spring is also a time when Chesler's Fine Furniture in Uniontown clears their floor of discontinued items to make room for new stock soon to arrive. There are sale items in every department. Table lamps priced from $35 to $129. Lazy Boy rocker recliners starting at $429 in fabric and just $7.99 in leather. Upholstered power rocker recliners in 3 colors for $659. For the living room, there's a 76-inch sofa in gray at $499 and matching love seats and chairs at sale prices. If you need storage for those seasonal clothes, Chesler's has 5-drawer chests starting at $329 and up. For the kitchen area, 5-piece dining sets start at only $599. This is just a sampling of items on sale, and Chesler's has delivery and credit terms to fit your budget. Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 in Uniontown, where customers send their friends.
Wind, hail, sudden leaks. When your roof takes a beating, we're here for you at AR Roofing and Remodeling. We're a locally and veteran-owned contractor available 24/7 for repairs. As an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred Contractor, we get the job done right. Call 724-550-3064 or visit arremodels.com for your free estimate.
Bright Stripe, Bay County's premier asphalt seal coating professionals. Locally owned by Matt and Lexi George. Bright Stripe specializes in residential and commercial asphalt seal coating, also excelling in line striping and layouts, thermoplastic, and infrared asphalt repair. Bright Stripe has succeeded due to their commitment to quality work for 30 years. Bright Stripe, 724-437-6090 or visit bright-stripe.com. BRITE-stripe.com.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. We've got about 2.5 minutes or so left in today's show. Plenty of time for you to give me a buzz. 724-438-4593. So give me a buzz. Like to hear from you. Should schools call you? Should school? Look, and so at what point do children allow privacy or granted privacy? I don't want mom and dad to know type of thing. But in circumstances like gender changing, wanting to be known as something other than what you are. Shouldn't you know? As the parent, shouldn't you know? whether you agree with it or not. Shouldn't you know? And especially if you don't agree with it. Isn't that more important? You know, shouldn't you be given the opportunity to have a conversation with your child about what choices they're making and maybe come to some kind of understanding, a plan of action? Okay, you want to move forward with this? We're going into some counseling first. And isn't that what really needs to take place? So, again, should schools inform parents about children? You know what? If you're caught smoking cigarettes, parents are called. If you're caught doing drugs, parents are called. Right? If you're caught cheating on a test, parents are called. Fighting, parents are called. Why would this be any different? Hey, we're out of time today. Got to move on. So CBS News is coming up next. And then TJ's in here with the local news, sports, and weather. I'll be back here tomorrow. We'll do it all over again. In the meantime, have a great afternoon and a better evening. This is WMBS Uniontown, 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Iran launches attacks on the United Arab Emirates and tankers in the Strait of Hormuz, while the U.S. destroys 6 Iranian boats that U.S. Central Command says attempted to interfere with commercial traffic. EU Chief Ursula von der Leyen calls Iran strikes on the UAE a violation of international law. CBS's Aaron Navarro at the White House reports.
Iran had used cruise missiles, drones, and small boats to try and disrupt the mission of Project Freedom of escorting ships that have been stranded in the Strait of Hormuz from countries that were not involved in this war that President Trump announced began today.
Retired Vice Admiral Robert Moret says this is a rapidly unfolding situation.
And the Iranians, in fact, even announced that they still wanted to control the straits. There's a lot of concerns from all the ships that are still bottled up in there.
The nation's most populous state is at a critical point with its oil supply as a California-bound oil tanker finally arrives. CBS News Los Angeles reporter Rick Montanez has more from Long Beach.
The new Corolla is the last California-bound oil shipment to leave the Strait of Hormuz in the Persian Gulf before the war began on February 28th. And it takes weeks